Let me ask you, members of parliament who are seated here. Do you, for example, know, do you, for example, know that a few members of your committee collected 10 million shillings so that you could pass that law on anti-money laundering? Did you get the money?
Kenya, a land of hills and valleys, of hope and despair, of thrones and betrayals.
There are people who are destroying the credibility of parliament. And they are collecting money in the name of parliament. And some of the time, or most of the time, that money never gets to parliament, it gets to a few people.
Mheshimiwa Spika, wajua afisi akitaka kumla mwanawe usema ananuka mbuzi. Mheshimiwa Spika.
He who alleges must prove. He who alleges must do what? Must prove, Mr. Speaker.
Once again, the political cauldron has boiled. The steam is rising to the heavens and suffocating the very people who place their faith in the ballot.
We are not going to shame them. We are going to arrest them.
At the heart of this storm stands the President William Ruto, and he is accusing his very own lawmakers of corruption. And like wounded lions, the members of parliament have roared back with claws unsheathed, calling the president the chief of the corruption and accusing State House itself of being the cathedral of graft. This is not politics as usual. This is war, and the war has begun.
Sasa ikiwa hapa tunaweza kuambiwa kuwa wabunge wamepewa milioni 10, tunataka kujua nani alimpa, makusudi yake ni kitu gani, alimpa kwa nini, na hii bili ina siri gani kubwa mpaka itolewe 10 million, Mheshimiwa Speaker.
This accusation was heavy. Ruto did not whisper, he thundered. He claimed that members of parliament, the supposed guardians of the people's will, they had pocketed more than 10 million shillings to push forward the anti-gambling bill. A bill that on the surface speaks of morality and society's health, but behind the curtains, it could be about who controls the billions from the betting houses. Money that has broken homes, but also money that has fueled campaigns. In a country where every law carries a shadow, Ruto pointed his finger at the very men and women he once called allies.
Kwa sababu wanabunge hawezi kuwanyanyaswa kiasi hichi, Mheshimiwa Speaker, mpaka kwenye televisheni wanaitwa wezi, wanaitwa extortionists.
Where is our fault? Should we have rejected it?
Mr. Speaker, the executive must respect this house.
They say we are the rent seekers in the Senate. Chair, if you don't defend us today, we are willing to move a motion of your removal.
But Kenya's parliament is no choir of silence. No sooner had the words left the president's lips than the MP struck back. A scathing counterattack. Where is your evidence, Mr. President? Some said summon him. They demanded of the speakers of both houses, and in the echo of their rage came words sharp as spears. You are the chief priest of corruption, Mr. President. It is in the State House where rot festers, where deals are cut in shadows, and where Kenya's wealth is auctioned to the highest bidder. Never before in recent history has Parliament spoken in such venom against the head of the state.
People cannot demonize the institution of Parliament as a whole. We will not sit down when people want to degrade Parliament or they want to use Parliament as a punching bag, Mr. Speaker, as a bogeyman, Mr. Speaker. There is corruption in the executive, there is corruption in the judiciary, there is corruption in Parliament.
As if the House of Representatives was not enough, the Senate too became a battlefield. The president in another strike accused the upper house of being the playground of cartels, the Sokohuru market of politics, where influence is bought and sold like cattle in a dusty village market.
The latest Sokohuru in the Senate. I know what's going on. Where does somebody find 150 million? Where?
The senators, furious, they rose in anger. To be branded as traitors of justice by the head of state was not just an insult. It was war drums beating in the august chambers. The call for impeachment, which was once a distant echo, it has begun to grow louder, clearer, and more real. This is not war. This is a battlefield.
The minority leader, Mr. Speaker, we will defend Parliament to death. We will defend Parliament to the last breath, Mr. Speaker.
That passage of the act and the amendment was procured by any corruption, then that corruption can only come from the executive office of the president.
And so the future of Kenya trembles on a knife's edge. For President Ruto, the road ahead is narrow and full of daggers. Impeachment whispers in the chambers, betrayal lurks among friends, and history tells us that no president survives long when Parliament turns an enemy. Yet, politics is the art of survival. Will William Ruto, the self-styled hustler, turn the tide, reconcile with Parliament, and emerge stronger? Or will this bad blood ferment into impeachment, into chaos, into another scar on Kenya's fragile democracy?
We are going to arrest them.
They say we are the rent seekers in the Senate.
Where does somebody find 150 million Sokohuru in the Senate? I know what's going on.
Tawajua fisi akitaka kumla mwanawe usema ananuka mbuzi, Mheshimiwa Spika.
Kenya is burning with political tension. Will William Ruto survive the wrath of Parliament, or will the chief hustler be dethroned by the very people he once embraced? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden histories and politics. Until next time, stay watchful.
He who alleges must do what? Must prove, Mr. Speaker. So the burden of proof are with the people who have alleged, not with us at all. You cannot demonize the whole institution of Parliament, Mr. Speaker, because this institution is in place to serve Kenyans. This is the institution that has direct mandate in exercising sovereignty of the people. The minority leader, Mr. Speaker, we will defend Parliament to death. We will defend Parliament to the last breath, Mr. Speaker.